I'm standing with a rainforest tree from the east coast of Australia. Its botanic name is Podocarpus elatus, but it has a number of common names which are a little bit misleading. So it's sometimes called the Illawarra plum, and that's in reference to these fleshy receptacles that sit below the seed. But it's not a plum at all. It's not a relative of a plum. It's a member of a large group of plants called the gymnosperms, which means naked seed, also referred to as conifers. So these are plants that don't produce fruit at all. They have a seed often encased in a cone-like structure, but in the case of the podocarps, the seed sits on this receptacle that's really fleshy and is made out of fused cone scales that support the true seed. This is a female tree, so it's a tree species that is dioecious. So there are separate male and separate female trees. It's the female trees that bear the seed. The male trees produce pollen from small structures in the leaf axils, and they produce huge amounts of pollen that's spread by the wind, and that's the way these trees are pollinated. Now, this fleshy structure is edible. When you break it open, you can see it's really succulent. It's quite sweet, and it's also really mucilaginous, so it has that jelly-like texture. It's been eaten for thousands of years by Aboriginal cultural groups, and it's also a popular plant for all kinds of bush food products, including especially jam. You'll find a number of them in the gardens. There's two very old specimens right next to the garden's gift shop in the centre of the gardens, where we've got a male tree right next to a female tree. The timber of these trees was also quite sought after, used for a whole range of purposes, including for creating piano keys on Australian pianos. So this is Podocarpus elatus, comes from rainforests on the east coast of Australia. It's quite a popularly planted street tree, and you'll find a number of specimens here at the Royal Botanic Gardens, Sydney.